I'm Darlene, founder of InternationalCuisine.com, and I'm absolutely thrilled to have my friend and neighbor Gracie here with me today to show us how to make homemade corn tortillas, which are delicious. I can't wait to try them. So to get started, we needed a few things. One thing we have here is a tortilla press, and then we have masa that we actually bought from the Hispanic store. And we have some other things here that Gracie will tell us about in a minute. But why don't you start by letting us know what is masa?
Okay, masa is this product here, and it is made from corn.
And that corn's dried, right?
This is corn. This is kernels that are dried. They came off the husk, and they're dried. And then to make the masa, you need lime. It's a special powder that you buy, and especially in Mexican stores. And you put it in a pot. You put like 2 tablespoons of lime, and depending on the amount of kernels that you're gonna cook, and you soak it, and then you cook it for about a good 30 minutes, and then you have to try it just like you cook beans. You have to try it, see if it's soft.
So you till tender.
To tender. Mm-hmm. If you overcook it, then the masa it's not at its point, and it's going to be hard to make the tortillas. But so once it's soft, you turn it off and you let it cool down. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then you just kind of rinse them and take out the kernels, and then you grind them, and it becomes the masa.
Now you can grind them 2 different ways. One is called a molino.
Yeah, you can do it in the molino. Or you can,
what's the other thing called where they like?
Metate. It's like a rock, and you can grind it like that too. You have to have the metate.
But most people don't do that anymore. Most people just go and buy the already prepared masa for you in your store, right? But it's nice to get fresh, so you want to be sure to get it fresh that day that it's made?
Yes.
Okay.
Most Mexican stores have it every day. They make the masa, so you can ask masa for tortillas. And there is 2 kinds of masa. The ones for tortillas they grind it very, very fine, and the one masa for tamales, it's more thicker. It's coarse. So make sure you get the fine masa for tortillas.
So you don't want to get the masa for tamales to make tortillas, or else you will have gritty tortillas.
Yes. And let's try and see. We're gonna try one. First, you get your hands wet. Oh, on the presser, we have this nylon, this little plastic here, and it's so it doesn't stick on here, and it's manageable, easier. And so I put a little bit of water to stick it to, so it will fly out. And
now I love these little tricks, Grace, because this bag actually you just got at the grocery store, right, in the produce section, and it works perfect for this application.
Right. And you have to think about the thickness. It has to be not too thick or not too thin.
Right.
If it's too thin, it's not manageable, and if it's too thick, it doesn't peel right. Okay. So this is just a regular bag from grocery store that it's thin enough to make the tortillas, and I'll show you why. Take a little piece, a little sliced ball.
Okay.
Sometimes you have to knead it if it's been out dry like that. It dries out a little bit, so you have to knead it and make it supple. Right.
Okay, so you're putting it right in the middle on the bag, and you're going to press it.
And I'm going to close it and I'll press it. And
now there's a trick to the press. You don't want to over-press it. It's like
just enough to make it thin.
Okay.
If you press it too strong, it's going to be very, very thin, and it will not.
You won't get it off the bag.
You won't get it off.
So there's a little trick to that, getting the feel just right.
And make sure your hands are just a little bit wet, so the masa doesn't stick to your hand. You put it in like that to your right hand, then just peel off. Mm-hmm. See how easy that peels off?
Yes, beautiful.
Because this is the right.
And then just gently set it down on the comal.
The right thickness, that's what I meant to say.
Now the comal doesn't have any oil or anything on it. It's just sitting over medium heat.
Medium heat, and again, you have to do a medium heat because if it's too hot, it will burn. If it's too low, it will take a long time. But they cook on the first side, they cook just a little bit. Okay, you can see it start turning a little color here, like kind of grayish. You can see it's not as white. So once you get to that point, you can turn it. You can turn it this way, you can turn it this way, it doesn't matter. And just turn it on the second turn. This is the first turn. You only turn it twice, but this is the first turn. It's now cooking on the back of the tortilla.
And that takes longer, like 2 or 3 times, maybe even 4 times as much as the first time.
Around 2-3 times.
Okay.
And then let it cook on that side, and that now is cooking on the back of the tortilla. We might make another one while that one's cooking. Put it in the center.
That's how you know when you're really good, when you can do more than one at a time. And if you have a large family, you need to like keep on going, huh?
And you put this one here. Okay.
Because trust me, you can't just eat one of these.
No. Okay, this one is about cooked, so we now flip it. I think it was a little too soon, maybe.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
Look it, puff. I love it when they puff up.
So now this one is almost ready for the first turn.
And pretty much you see the coloring and then it removes from the comal. That's how you know it's time.
Yes. And this one.
That one went back down, so it
didn't puff it. Sometimes you put it on this side one more time, a little bit more to cook a little bit more, and then flip it, but it's not necessary. Sometimes it doesn't go up anymore. It's done. It's cooked at this point.
Okay, so that you just flipped over because you saw the edges started turning a little bit of a color.
Yes, okay, I'll explain right now. When you put in the tortilla in the comal, you have to make sure that you cook it a little bit. Let me show you right now. You put it in like this. You have to let it cook just a little bit because it's cooking the front side of the tortilla right now. So you just a little bit of time, starts turning a color. You can see it starts turning a little grayish, or you can see it right now when it's whiter.
And you basically want it just enough so you can actually pick it up and flip it.
Yes, so it separates from the comal. You flip it, and then you let it cook a little bit more on that side because you're now cooking the back side of the tortilla.
Right, and that takes longer.
And this takes a little bit longer, like this one's been a little bit longer. You can peek and see if it's ready. This one's about ready. You turn it, and it puffs up, and that means you only turn it twice. That means it's ready after this.
And look, it's puffing. I love it when it puffs.
And at this point, this tortilla, it is now cooked.
Awesome. Now what do we do with it?
You can use it as this. You can use it with practically any meal.
Okay, so seriously though, what's the white stuff sitting in front of you?
This is now she's gonna, Darlene, you're gonna try a taco. This is jocoque. It's like a sour cream, and you can make it into a taquito, and you can try it. You can practically use the tortilla with anything, a taco, or you can put a cheese, or you can use it as a side for any dish. So that tortilla is ready and done.
Wow, it's delicious. There's nothing like a homemade tortilla.